Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I will be talking about different cultivation levels in Renegade Immortal Universe this time. Hope you will stay until the end of the video and feel free to let me know if any questions as well. As always, keep your support for more videos. Let's jump into the content then. Cultivation is the practice of absorbing spiritual energy that is present throughout heaven and earth through special breathing exercises. The act allows one to shed the limits of the mortal. The purpose of current time cultivation is to cultivate Tao. First step belong to the word cultivating in cultivating Tao. Second step is the bridge between the words cultivate and Tao. When completely moving the soul from the word cultivate to the word Tao, the key is in second step. The third step is the true realm of the word Tao. This Tao isn't the Tao of the heaven. I will be explaining the cultivation levels under first step as part of this video. 1. Qi condensation. The spirit movement stage, which is also the Qi condensation stage, is to use the spiritual energy of heaven and earth to refine the body from the inside out. This is all for laying the foundation for the foundation building stage. This stage is divided into 15 layers, all but the first of which require a chant to break through to. There are two breathing techniques one learns at this level, one called the Qi gathering technique and its exact opposite the Qi scattering technique. The former is used all the time to progress in cultivation, while the latter is used as a safety net during attempted breakthroughs, such as ascending to foundation establishment and beyond. This step has two major bottlenecks at the peak third layer and peak fifth layer respectively. Qi condensation and spiritual movement stages are actually different equivalent practices. The latter is used in fourth-ranked countries and above, and seems to require no chance to practice, making it clearly superior. Wang Lin broke through the 15th layer at the age of 22, starting his cultivation at the age of 15. 2. Foundation establishment. After gathering a sufficient amount of spiritual energy in the Qi condensation/spiritual movement stage, at least 14th layer, but most would still choose to wait until they reach the 15th layer, the cultivator then works to cycle that spiritual energy through their entire body. In so doing, the spiritual energy washes the body clean and refines it so that it becomes more suited for cultivation. This is what is called forming/building a foundation, or the foundation establishment stage. This is the true first step on the path of cultivation, with the Qi condensation stage being nothing more than the preliminary steps toward it. There are three main methods used to enter foundation establishment. The proper method, which involves using a large amount of Qi to refine the body on one's own. This is the hardest method, however. The more common method in sects that have them is to have a nascent soul cultivator use their own power to assist with the breakthrough. The act of stealing someone else's foundation. This method has an absolute success rate if done right, but it requires a living foundation establishment cultivator to be refined for the user's benefit. As a side benefit, the user will also gain at least some of the victim's innate talent. Furthermore, this is a demonic practice. It has 4 stages, those are early, mid, late and peak stages of foundation establishment. Wang Lin broke through to this stage at the age of 26 by stealing foundation from Tang Yi at the age of 26. His spiritual energy ascended to Ji realm as well during this time due to some special circumstances as shown in the Donghua. 3. Core formation. Absorbing enough spiritual energy to shatter the dantian and form a golden core that is connected to the meridians in the lower abdomen. There are multiple ways to form one's core seen in the story. The proper method, which involves turning Qi into a solid core inside one's dantian point. The false/green core method. Stealing someone else's core. The underworld ascension method practiced by rank 6 country demonic cultivators. Each method is viable, albeit with different results and chances of success. It has mainly 3 stages: early, mid and peak core formation stages. Wang Lin broke through to this level using Distant Heaven Pill and his underworld ascension method as well. 4. Nascent Soul. In this stage, the core inside a person's dantian will shatter to reveal a nascent soul with purple nascent soul energy. In the sealed realm, progressing through the nascent soul stage requires one to develop a domain. The further one's progress along this line, the further they are in the nascent soul stage. This was not the case in the celestial domains era, where instead one practices celestial spells, or in the outer realm, where one cultivates ancestral marks like the Forsaken Immortal Clan's leaves. It is therefore presumably not the case on the immortal astral continent either. Cultivators of the sealed realm appear to have reached this idea through experimentation, and to develop their domains, they place themselves in an environment suited to gaining insight into it. Functionally, domains appear to be weaker forms of the essences practiced at the third step and seem to provide an advantage for attaining them. In short, cultivators at this level can have a domain of their own. Wang Lin's domain is known as life and death. This is also common for stages, as other realms' early, mid, late and peak cultivators at this level will have a longer life. This was the level of Teng Huayuan when fighting against Wang Lin. 5. Soul Formation. Soul formation is the fifth stage in cultivation, characterized by the creation of an origin soul. The soul formation signify a great change for a country. Each cultivator who attains soul formation elevates the country and allows it to birth more talented cultivators. In order to step into this stage, the practitioner must integrate with the world to comprehend the heavens and obtain a domain. This is impossible for G-realm cultivators as their path is too extreme, but it is conversely extremely easy for Dao realm cultivators. An origin soul is then formed by fusing the newly established domain with the cultivator's divine sense into their nascent soul. The most significant difference between a nascent and origin soul is that the former resembles an infant while the latter is fully grown. At this level, a celestial body is given to all cultivators. To then progress through this stage, one requires celestial chi. This is a scarce resource in the sealed realm and can only be obtained from the four celestial realms or the celestial domain. This chi, however, is abundant in the outer realm and immortal astral continent, making it far easier to progress. One thing to note is, each cultivation country level is decided by the highest cultivator that country has, so this level will elevate the level of a country to one more. This will go on for the subsequent levels as well. The elder who comes to take Wang Lin to Inner Devil Sea is at this cultivation level. Divided into early, mid, late, great cycle. 6. Soul Transformation. First step is to absorb enough celestial spiritual energy to completely refine the body. The second step is for the origin soul to go from non-corporeal to corporeal. During the soul transformation stage, the nascent soul transforms and becomes larger. Celestial spiritual energy to completely refine the body and allow the origin soul to go from non-corporeal to corporeal. Thus, a celestial body is given to all cultivators. This stage can be thought of as something similar to a transitional level, as it was originally not a necessary step for celestials. So, this is a transition steps in between next realm and earlier realm. Divided into early, mid, late, great cycle. 7. Ascendant. Ascension, or the ascendant stage, is the peak of the first step. It finalizes the process of a mortal refining their soul and body to become an immortal. There are three types of breakthrough. The first and the most used method is to go along with the heavens and lose the capacity to defy them. The second is done by heaven-defying cultivation. This type of breakthrough incites divine retribution. The third is similar to heaven-defying cultivation, but instead of fighting, they avoid the heavens' punishment. Only, the heavens Tao isn't afraid of cultivators hiding, because once they hide, then their heart no longer contains the meaning to defy, so this method has a similar outcome as the first, but probably has slightly more benefits. The fusion of the domain and celestial spiritual energy is a burning process. The celestial spiritual energy is the fuel, and the domain refined by that flame turning into an ascendant crystal. At the moment the ascendant crystal is formed, you might feel like you have become nothing, and your soul is wandering the heavens and earth. This feeling is extremely rare and is called Ascendant Enlightenment. Divided into early, mid, late, great cycle. Trivia. Wang Lin is really powerful in each cultivation levels because he possesses G realm and other superior techniques. The G realm is a unique path of cultivation that revolves around lightning. A cultivator who cultivates the G realm will be unmatched by any within their cultivation realm, an example being Wang Lin, who killed 3 core formation cultivators with it as soon as he break through to core formation. There is one significant flaw in cultivating the G realm, and that is the realm imposes a limit on the future cultivation of the cultivator. This limit differs depending on the person. For Wang Lin this was core formation, meaning that theoretically he could never break through to Nent Soul. But he manages it, which you can see in the Donghua how. It is unknown how one specifically cultivates the G realm, but Wang Lin unknowingly obtains it when he broke through to foundation establishment. The G realm was partially imitated by a technique known as the death spell, which allows one to turn their spiritual sense into an attack. There are 2 types of G realm cultivator. The first is to have part of the G realm power in their Qi, like the core formation realm Wang Lin, who had the G realm integrated with his Qi. The second is the true G realm. It acts at the spiritual level like the 2 other great realms. Also, Wang Lin gets the Soul Devourer ability when his body was destroyed and he had to wander in the foreign battlegrounds realm. This made his spiritual energy so strong so that G realm later changes to divine sense as well. This was a long video to make as there were a lot of content to discuss. I will follow up with the part 2 as soon as the Donghua catches up with these. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe and support as always.